I am on my way to Haines Junction. From there I'll be going south and north. It's a Friday afternoon here. We'll do a little solo trip. Backpacking. I don't know if I'll backpack in or not, but it'll be a couple of day hikes anyways. So we'll go from there. And I'm driving a Subaru because I don't need the Jeep. It's just all road access. So I've got a couple drones in here too. So hopefully I'll get a little bit of mountain flying in and some hiking. Wilderness camping is not so easy to find out here. So there isn't really any logging here, so there's not a whole lot of roads that just cut into valleys and mountainsides. I'm just pulling out of a little road here, and it just leads to a cell phone tower, and it's just a large gravel pit. It's got a good view, so if I can't find anything later, I'll definitely come back and use this. It's just a couple hundred meters in. There's some privacy, and you know, I can't really complain about that either. Pretty cool drive. The weather is a little unsettled, but the lighting is pretty cool. Nice and dramatic. Really cool. So I'm not sure what I can do for camping. It's pretty limited here. I really don't want to stay at a campsite. I really don't, but I'll keep that option open for now. I came down this loop, and it's like this old village. I don't know if there's people here or not. I don't see people. Some of these look like they're lived in still, or used. Huh. I made this turn onto this road. It looks really promising. There was no signage of trespassing or native land. But it might lead to a boat launch, but there's a couple pullouts along here that look awesome for camping. Like just this. This is all I need. Wow. And the view. Huh. Maybe I scored. I've been down a whole bunch of these now. This is probably like the 7th or 8th one, and there always end up being some properties or something weird about it that's doesn't make you comfortable. So this looks really good. So I don't see any buildings around here. No signs. It's clean. Huh. Nice. I won't bother driving anymore then. Huh. The other thing is I passed a trailhead maybe 10 minutes ago, so I've been looking for something that's close to the trailhead, so I can just get up and pretty well hit the trailhead just up the road. So you know what? It's past 7. I think I'll sit up here. I might get a little wet. There's a bunch of showers all around me here, but it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, instead of driving around anymore, this is good. So I'm definitely gonna make a note of this on my maps, because this is very hard to find these spots like this. Okay, pretty happy with that. I think that trail leads to the river, so I'll check it out. I think it's time to go for a little walk and check out my neighborhood maybe. It's pretty quiet. I'm pretty close to the highway. I just heard one car go by, but I've been here a while, so yeah, not much going on as far as vehicles, so pretty good. It's kind of cool. There's a lot of little storms blowing around. Nothing's really cleared off. It's just kind of moving around, and the sun's pretty covered, but if this actually decides to move finally, then maybe I'll get a bit more warmth. If I'm going to wander around, I'm definitely taking this. I got bear spray in my pocket too. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't feel too good just walking around here by myself. No protection. I just don't think that's a good idea. Because man, there's no help out here. There's no cell. There's barely any people. Chances of getting help are pretty well like none. So yeah, I'm okay carrying a gun for sure. And just be bear aware, I guess. So I'm not sure what these trees are here. It's totally different vegetation, totally. I guess maybe it's a bit more coastal or something. It sure looks it. It's way more lush and stuff. Way more green. Definitely. A little bit like BC. Wow. Not much cleanup in here, surprising. So the river's beside me, and I'm thinking this is gonna be a boat launch. I'll probably end up on some guy's. Whoa, that scared me. Holy shit. This the wind. Yeah, maybe this goes to a person's property, who knows. Not sure why this turns a complete corner like that. Dirt bike's been in here. Yeah, not much for vehicle tracks. Grass is not flattened out. Some good spots. Hey, that's cool. Another nice little spot. Secluded. Yeah, this is a good find. Wow. That turns into nothing real quick. Very much like the coast. Huh. Just leads to the water. Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of odd. This last part is just a game trail. Wonder why he came this far for whatever reason. But yeah, man, this spot's nice too. I'm not really set up, but I don't think I'll bother moving. This is actually more protected. There's like no wind here. So that might actually change my mind. Yeah, it was a bit breezy where I'm sitting. The area is a lot bigger, I think. Man, it's not very active here as far as prints either. Huh. No crap, nothing, but man. Here's another trail. It sounds like there's running water on this way. Oh yeah. Running hard, the sounds of it. Huh. Some sort of camera sitting here. Pretty cool. Yes, lots of, not much volume, but got some good speed. It's running pretty good. Yeah. Totally different terrain. It's pretty cool. I love this stuff. I just love exploring like this. You know, some people think it's not the safest thing to do. Ripping around by myself here. Way remote somewheres. But I've done a lot of solo hikes and solo camps for, man, probably for the last 20-30 years, so I feel okay with it. I always had dogs, so this is one thing when you don't have a dog, then that changes things a little bit. But I'm still alright. I'm just charging all the drone batteries right now. I had the generator running for a little bit. So I'm setting up the barbecue and then the stove and start making some food. I think we'll have a pretty cool sunset. I'll probably send the drone up again. So, yeah, I don't really get bored. I always have these things to do, especially when you're filming. And I'm by myself this time, so setting up takes just a little bit longer, but it'll be all right. I'm not gonna get too carried away. Just a small tent. I should put the fly on it, so because I think I'm gonna get wet for sure. Yeah, but it'll be an easy night, and then tomorrow morning I want to just throw everything in the car and go to the trailhead, hit that trail, and then probably head north. I found some music in the car. It actually has a cassette deck, and the previous owner left a few cassettes inside there. And I've chatted with him a few times. He wants them back, but I'm using them this time on this camping trip. So I've got some Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young playing. Works for me. Something different, I guess. Wow. So, bit of an unsettled evening, but I'm all set up. I just shut off the gen. Everything's charged. And I got the tent set up over there. Because if there's any bears, they're probably going to check out the car because it has all the goodies in it. And I will be over there with a 12 gauge. That's probably the best way to do that. This is that McKinley tent I bought that I was talking about, and I've used it a couple times in the last trip, but I put the rainfly on it because it's probably going to be getting wet. But I'm pretty happy with this rainfly. Actually, it's nice and taut. Goes on nice. It's too bad this tent got a little bit beat up. When I had Max as a puppy, he kind of thought it was a playhouse, so he roughed it up a little bit. But The Rainfly is brand new, never been used. So. Just some of the mesh got wrecked, but man, if I see this tent again, I'll buy it because I got it online shipped. I think it was like $140. It was some super sale, and I think it's probably over $300 normally. And yeah, I would definitely buy another one. All right, maybe it's time to dig through some of this food stash. I didn't really bring a whole lot, but I brought the whole Jeep bin, so that's kind of basic, but I get some goodies. And I'm gonna barbecue tonight. Oh, I've been up for a little while. Been just messaging with the Zolio, which has been really good actually. It's been working quite good. There's a bit of a delay sometimes, but so I'm keeping in touch. I bought this cot on Amazon actually. It's a really low profile one. It sits low to the ground. It's pretty cheap and it's a bit small, but it fits in this tent. I don't know if I can get two in here, but you know, I've never slept on a cot, and to my surprise, I actually didn't mind it. Because I move around a lot, and I lay on my side and roll around, but it actually worked out okay, and I had a pretty decent sleep. So yeah, and it seemed to be a lot warmer because you're off the ground, so it's not sucking the heat out of your sleeping bag. So I only used this very thin sleeping bag, and that was pretty comfortable. But it's a bit stormy this morning. It drizzled and it's pretty windy, but I'm gonna get up and make some coffee. I was just walking this road a little bit. Last night I drove down that way a little bit, and there was another decent spot actually. Not bad. This morning I came up this way and I somehow missed a turn. And it's actually better than what I've got. So I'm definitely gonna mark this on my map. There's this turn in the road here. This goes up on this little embankment, but it's pretty flat, and the views are better for sure. It's quite a large area. Man, you could pull a motorhome in here. I'm pretty sure I'm in the park. So one thing is, like wilderness camping is not really something that they want here. So it's pretty well, a lot of places assign no overnight parking or camping. They encourage the use of campsites, and, you know, that's fine. I just can't do it. And I went by the campsites and they were pretty full, and yeah, man, it's a last resort for me. So basically, I'm not supposed to be here most likely, but you know what, I'm gonna keep it clean, kept it quiet, no fires, no harm. The other thing is just actually running water here, which is, you know, that's kind of hard to find sometimes when you get a little pull out. You're not gonna have water, but if you boil this and filter it, I'm sure it's safe. And you know what, the views are pretty good. Hopefully the sun will rise a little bit and get above that thick stuff that's been kind of hanging on to this ridgetop since last night. And maybe the skies will break, and I think they will. So I'm pretty slow paced this morning because of the weather. You know, I'm not that excited right now to start heading out. So, and my hike is not far away from here, and the hike is, I don't think it's that difficult. So if I get that in, you know, better part of the day, and I can head to my second destination later, that'll work out for me. So no stress, no rush. And man, I've heard one car go by this morning. This highway is really quiet. It's unbelievable. Man, I'm so glad I found the spot. Ever since I've been here, I've been on the hunt for pullouts like this, because man, they're just really rare. Private clean pullouts without trespassing signs that have water nearby. Man, in BC you could find this everywhere because it was such a huge road network from the loggers, so you could find these type of spots all over the place. It wasn't a big deal. So it is a bit more exciting for me to find that here. There's such a lack of back roads and public access. It looks like the weather's breaking a bit. Temps are rising just a little bit, so it's not as chill. And we got some blue skies starting to show. It looks kind of promising. So if I end up with a 50-50 mix, I'd be super happy with that. The lake I'm hiking to, I don't think is that high elevation. The clouds aren't that low, so hopefully I'll get some views. But it's a bit windy still, but I want to take a drone and do some footage up in this lake I'm going to. Yesterday was so windy, I got a notification on the drone that it was actually too windy for the drone and it was unable to stay aloft, and it asked me to fly it back manually. I was surprised. Yeah, it must have been just howling. So I'm still working on some coffees because, man, I'm just really enjoying this downtime. Yeah, it's super relaxing. I mean, there's just no rush. It's a little different when you're by yourself because you have to deal with a few things. I still got to take down the camp. No, yeah, when there's two of you, it's definitely goes quicker. But I don't really have a time frame here, so I'm not too worried about it. It's pretty cash. And you know what? Because I don't have any passengers either, I can just toss everything into the vehicle in a big pile. Got everything packed up and I'm just rolling out now. So the trailhead, I think it was only about half an hour from here. Weather's still pretty unsettled, but you know, I'll take it. Could be worse. I'll make it work. I just wish the wind would die down a bit, but again, I'm not going to complain because this is still a pretty cool trip. I've been wanting just to get out and do this for so long. Yeah, so I'll make it work. I was just talking with that dude on the bike. He's actually from Palmer, Alaska. He's just been touring on his bike. Pretty cool. We had a pretty long chat, actually. Interesting dude. So there's a few cars here. Looks like day trippers, because I drove by here last night and there really wasn't any vehicles at all. But I expected some because it's right on the road and it's supposed to be a fairly easy hike that's scenic. So. Well, this map could use some work. Pretty well useless. Huh. Yeah. All right, but I'll figure it out. That's pretty small. That's probably from a cub, so it looks a bit older too, but that's my first sign I've seen of bears. I just left the trail to have a look at this. Huh, interesting feature. Pretty quiet out here. There was a group that walked out in the beginning. Looks like day trippers. So I don't think there's too many people here. Maybe a couple overnighters, maybe just day trippers. Not sure. This roadbed's pretty good. Looks like they use an ATV to service it. Apparently there's a canoe up here that one of the local lodges around here, you can get a key and a paddle and you can take it out for a spin. I probably should have done that, but you know, with this wind, solo paddling is not really that good. Getting blown across the lake by yourself. So I'll opt out for that, but I'm gonna try to get the drone up. some people at the lake. Looks like they were just day trippers. And I chatted with all of them, especially when the drone came out. There was some questions. And that was kind of fun. Nobody gave me any hard time or anything. There's an older couple I was chatting with, and I was talking about BC, and well, they were from Vernon. So I told them that I grew up in Edgewood and all that. So pretty interesting story. He's like, oh yeah, okay, I know some people from there and folk here in the cusp. And hey, Dean McLean, if you ever watch this, he knows you and Jody, and he knew Toby Hoagland and a few of the guys I went to school with. So it's pretty cool to be out here in the Yukon, way off trail, chatting with people that know people that I went to school with and just seen last year too. It's crazy. It's so odd. So it wasn't busy. It's just small groups came through in and out. Nobody really stayed very long. Weather isn't too great, but interesting conversations for sure. So, and a lot of people took my channel down because they really want to see the footage I've been taking. So I might have some new subs. Yeah. Anyways, I'm heading out. Back to the car. Weather's not really improving. It's actually cooled off a bit, I thought. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do next. Or how long I want to stay out, because I'll do another night tonight, but I was thinking to spend all day tomorrow on some trail. And maybe not even go back to town until Monday. But I'll see how the weather is. If it keeps declining, then I might just head home tomorrow. But that's okay. You know, it's not far. It's taking me like 2 hours to get here, so not a big deal. I'm back on the road. My plan was to head to Haines Junction. I need fuel, and then I was going to go north from there to Destruction Bay. Weather-wise, it's not great, and going up that way, I know it's not going to improve. I really doubt it might, but man, if it's windy here, it'll be howling there, I think. But anyways, I was just going on through my maps, and my camp from last night, I thought it was half an hour south of here, but it's not. It was just a 10-minute drive. So I was looking on the maps, and there is another road that shoots off, and it goes in a little ways to some lakes, but likely not drivable or gated or something. But it's not that far from here, so while I'm here, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm still looking for that road, but it's coming up pretty quick. But I had to pull over here because I've been eyeing up some of these ridges and mountains for flying FPV drones, and man, it does not disappoint. Check it out. Oh yeah. So I do have an FPV drone with me. I've got the Helion, which has been running all my mountains flights lately. But man, it's kind of howling. I think it's too windy to even get good footage, and the lighting's not good. But I'm coming back for this. Man, I want to climb it over here and then run the entire top, finish over there, and then cruise through the greenery on the way back at high speed, just skimming the forest. Oh man, for sure. This one's a good one. And I like this ridge over here too. It's kind of lush, and it's totally different. I'd love to get up top, maybe run it for 2 or 3 kilometers and come back down, or just hug the edges of it and just follow the tree canopy. Might be really cool with some good lighting. I did film the ridge last night with the clouds running really fast across the top. That was that section over there that seems to catch the ceiling here. But man, this looks cool. I need this. I just pulled in here. I found this little road. It's totally unmarked, right off the highway, and it just pulls in to this. There's really nothing there. It's just a little cul-de-sac of whatever, an old fire pit and some pallets, and that's about it. Looks like the old road went through there. Now there's a footpath here, so I checked my maps real quick, and when I was up with the drone I could see a pretty decent sized lake. So man, like, this is pretty cool, man. You just have to look for stuff, right? If you can read your maps and navigate and keep your eyes open, you know, you might just find little things that, yeah, well, this is well traveled, but you know, it's just not marked. This is not a touristy thing. So I just got my bear spray on me. I don't have the gun. But yeah, that's the minimum I would carry coming out here, man. Fisherman's Trail, eh? That's what I would say. Pretty cool. Yep, sure enough. Helps to be a bit flexible, I guess. Whew. So bear spray handy. And just keep making noises. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Wonder if there's somebody's property here. This boat's in use for sure. So, Fisheries and Oceans Canada. So, I wonder if this is a government boat. Things you find in the bush. I guess I might as well get some more cardio. I can just trail run this. It's a little steep, but good burn. Oh. Ouch. Oh. I took another turn that leads down to, I'm not sure where. It goes in quite a ways actually. So it's a kind of unnamed whatever it is. It just says not suitable for recreational vehicles. But I should be okay in this. Wherever it goes, I have no idea. On the map it goes in a little ways, but it doesn't look like it really has a destination or I don't know what the reason is for this road. Man, the car handles is really nice actually. I almost prefer using this car for the easy stuff, for car camping, because it's just comfortable, it's cheap on gas, it's all-wheel drive, so all this stuff is simple for it. Look at this. I think it goes to some lake here. Holy smokes. What looked like a narrow lake on my map is actually the river just widening here at this point. I'm not sure what river it is, but I assume this is probably some rafting outfit. And that's probably why the road is here. This is probably a launch point or a pickup point. Huh. Okay. It was still worth the drive down. Now I know what's here. Back on pavement. Alright, so from here I'm gonna head back north where I came from. And Haines Junction, because I need fuel. I found another pullout I can use for camping. It goes to this gravel pit. The gate is locked. I flew over this, so I knew this was here. I flew over with a drone a few months ago. Pull out here, you know, I can pitch a tent. no problem. But man, is it ever windy? It's ugly. Like, holy. Man, brutal. I want to go check in there. Maybe I can get some protection, because man, this kind of sucks. I'm just gonna grab the bear spray and go for a quick walk here. Maybe there's a spot in here, and yeah, there we go. That's why you want to carry bear spray. Man, look at these trees. They're just tattered, stunted, and busted. Because man, it must howl here all the time. Look at this shit. I could drive right in here. Well, pretty nice, huh? Well, the car can get in here. Maybe there's a decent spot that's a bit sheltered, and I can make that work. I can take a little bit of rain, but when it's just pissing rain and sideways, you know, sideways rain from the wind, no. I'd rather not. My weather app said Destruction Bay has better weather and it's partially sunny. And that's what's over there. So, wow, I'm impressed. It's actually correct, because when I just left, it wasn't that good. And there's some blue sky over here. Huh. Yeah. I was debating going home actually, because it was just so wet and windy. It's super windy, but man, if it stays dry, if I can find another spot, that's cool. I'll do another night and another hike. Another little dirt road that just leaves the main highway here. Map says there's a bunch of pipeline in here, possibly abandoned, so maybe these are access roads. Maybe they're public now, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, there's enough room on the side if I had to make it work. Definitely. So fun just ripping around exploring. That's the way to see the country. Check it out. Man, we have options. Is that a gate? Yeah. Let's try door number 1. Man, right there. That's gated too. There's another road. Huh. Interesting. Oh shit, this is not the Jeep. Yeah, it's probably not really suitable for this car. Alright, a little further. Look how protected it is. There's like no wind in here. It's a little bushy. It just comes out to the highway. What the hell? Oh my god. Nice. There's better spots around the bend, but as soon as you go around the bend, the wind is like 2-3 times as strong as here. There's more room and stuff, but man, I don't want to sit in the wind. It's pretty good here. It's really calm. There's just a little bit of rustling up in the tops. I don't know. Guess I could pitch the tent to the side a little bit and move the car to the side, just in case somebody was coming through, which is pretty doubtful. Yeah, you know what? It's getting late. It's almost 8, so you know what? I'll make this work. I'll be alright. Morning, guys. Got my first cup of coffee going. It's a little bit late, and it was kind of dark. I just kind of laid in the tent, and I think it drizzled for a while, and it was just kind of cool, and I could hear the wind. So I wasn't really too keen on getting out, but you know, when I did, it's actually looking pretty decent, you know. Got 30% blue sky building by the looks of it, and the wind is much less, that's for sure, quite a bit. It's still breezy, but it's not like howling huge gusts, you know. They were just not very comfortable to be in the open even. So I'll consider carrying on, I guess, this morning. I'll have a look at Destruction Bay area to see how the winds are doing and look at the weather a little bit, and if I find a hike, then maybe I'll do another one. But if this falls apart, then I'll probably head home. Yeah, it still picks up once in a while. It gets like this. I'm pretty much packed, so I'm going to head out of here in a few minutes, and we'll have a look, see if I can find some trails, and see how the weather is going to hold for me. It is getting a little late, so man, if I do something bigger, I'm probably going to have to stay another night and call into work somehow and say I won't be there for the morning type thing, but we'll see how it goes. Out here, I'm not sure if it's just moisture that's being picked up off the water by the wind, or if it's actually all just debris and sand. But man, it's pretty thick. That was pretty difficult to fly in. Holy smokes. It is so windy. The drone's not even on, but if I hold it like this, holy smokes. Yeah, it's not on. That's just the wind pushing the blades. Holy smokes. Yeah. Alright, enough of that. The other problem is all this debris in the air. It actually gets into the motors and stuff, so not really good. I'm just at the visitor center. I was just checking in on a couple more maps and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything here, man. The wind's pretty bad. Temperature isn't so bad, but there's a lot of debris in the air. It's just howling. It's just blowing all the dirt and sand around. So it's kind of interesting to film, but I was just in there talking to some people, and another group came in and they recognized me from my flying channel. They're like, "Hey, are you Free Pilot 101?" That was pretty cool. So I guess they've been watching some of my stuff and they recognized me, so kind of cool. I'd love to get a good hike in, but man, if visibility is not good and it's just not comfortable, then might not be worth it. There's a bunch of little spurs. Some of these are boat launches and maybe there's viewpoints, but I'm gonna check these out for camping possibilities. I mean, just you need shelter here because, man, this bay and this lake is windy. Wow, nice spots. Look at this. Holy. Very nice. What else is in here? I think once you get around the bend, you might get a break from the wind because it's coming from behind me. Something that's abandoned, maybe? Looks pretty rough. Interesting. Some old resort, maybe? Huh. Time to check it out. Huh. All right. Bakery, huh? Man, I'm kind of hungry actually, but I don't think there's anything in the menu here. Yeah. Interesting. This would be a pretty cool place to camp. Yeah, totally. There's like no trespassing signs, no gates. This is quite odd actually. All the nails is popping up all over, hundreds of them. Alright, let's check out the office. Well, I'm glad they take a MasterCard and Visa. This floor is sketch. I should be careful. It feels really weird. I don't know what all this stuff is. It's caked everywhere. It's actually on the floor too. And it's all in here. I wonder if it's the sand deposits. Like the stuff that's blowing around today. Huh. Probably. Nice cot. You can stay the night on here, no problem. Look at the view. It's like first class here, 5-star. I'll take room number 4 maybe. Wow, these were small. Holy. Huh. A few neighbors are right there. I wonder where this sinks and the toilets were broken. What's the deal? This one's closed. Maybe it's in use. Oh, hey. Oh, this is a big one. Oh, man. Fancy. Ah, this must be the deluxe suite. Oh, I need a fire extinguisher actually. Wow. May 23rd, 1997. Oh, there's another. Oh. This must have been the laundry room, I guess. Nice. All right, one more. It's got no knob. It's a big one too. Whoa. Whoa. The ceiling is done. Not supportive. Holy shit, that scared me. Fuck. Wanna have a shower? Pretty interesting. Huh. Yeah, I'm surprised it's actually not blocked off. Because, man, it's pretty easy to find. Alright, I'm going to carry on for a little bit. Kind of undecided if I'm going to hike anything or not. But, so I'm just going to take the day by the hour here. You know, like coming across this. You just never know. until you start exploring. So that was fun. Found another spur, and this one goes toward the mountains, which is pretty cool. Well, look at this campsite. Oh. Man, you got a view of the lake. And this, it's pretty protected. The deal is. Well, I know it's a bit of a man-made gully here because I flew this before, so it's probably just an access road for that. What a spot. Easily camp here. Huh. I did fly that summit actually. Look at that. Huh. I remember seeing this with the drone, so I came ripping down here. I didn't know access was fairly easy like that. And you know, you got water, it's not too far. It's 2 minutes of boulder hopping. Pretty cool. Maybe I'll grab the bear spray and let's go for a little walk. I love this stuff. It's pretty cool. I just love exploring. Oh man, I could do this for like another week. Or a month. This is a nice place to stay, man. Holy. complete privacy. Because the main highway is quite a ways down by the lake. I'm not sure if this is in the park or not. Man. Hey dude. So this has been used recently, I'm pretty sure. There's no growth in here of any kind, so looks like it's been burnt at some point. Last few months, I guess. Another one here. Man, I wonder if there's some sort of route up here for these mountains. And there probably is. Interesting. Leads directly into the creek bed. Alright. Well, check out my maps. See if there's a lake or any sort of interest back here. I didn't know there was actually some sort of trail here, but it might just peter out too, who knows. I don't even want to leave the spot, man. Holy, I love it. You know what? I think I'm just going to set up my chair and have a cold beer. Because I can. Who wouldn't? Yeah, this is pretty good. Another little road. Unlabeled. But this is park, I'm pretty sure. So it's probably park access. And I'm sure it'll be closed off at some point here. This road goes in a bit of a ways actually. It does show on my maps. It gets to some body of water. It looks like it's another creek where it gets wide or something. Guess I've reached road end. Although way up there, looks like there's another ramp where it starts again. Huh. Wow, who would have thunk? Pretty cool. Man, this terrain is big. The width of this drainage, this creek bed, oh, this is insane. It just goes on for miles. Not really any water in it, but I guess when it gets going, it gets going. Definitely another good campsite. And I can send one of my drones up there, FPV drone. I'm pretty sure that's within reach for me. Man, wild. So I'm a bit undecided whether to head back or not. It's like 2:30 or 3. Could get a little hike in still, or just call it a day and just set up camp. Eat. Have a bunch of food to get rid of. And I got lots of cold beer, so holy shit. Huh. Well, yeah, undecided here right now. I've decided I'm going to head back actually. It's just after 3. You know, it is super windy here. I was going to do this little trail here, but man, it's just howling. It really isn't all that pleasant. It's warm enough, I guess, but man, it's just so much debris in the air. It just gets in your eyes and dirt flying everywhere. So yeah, I think I'm just going to head back to town and I'll get back to work tomorrow morning. I mean, I did communicate with my boss and I could stay another night. I mean, I got lots of cold beer. I could stay another night back at that creek, but yeah, well, I think I'll save that for another time and do some more exploring out up this way. Now I know where a couple of spots are for overnighting. Alright, thanks for watching.